How's it going, everybody? This video is going to be a little out of the box. We've all been learning punishes and tried to apply them in game as best as possible. Obviously we do mess them up from time to time, especially when we frequently switch characters and muscle memory kicks in and you throw the wrong type of heavy. So we're going to take it one step further. We're going to incorporate feats into our punishes and try to maximize the damage we can get. Obviously not all feats are applicable for this process, so you're going to see a lot of projectile feats. Most of these can do significant damage, a lot of them straight up out damage even the strongest heavies. I have included some feat punishes in my follow-up videos before, but these were usually just an afterthought and most of the time kinda obvious. I don't think anyone has ever gone through the trouble to try and find all of them. And I'm pretty sure we didn't find all of them either, so please feel free to add additional ones in the comment section, especially since a lot of these can be pretty creative, no matter how absurd or situational you might think it is. Don't hesitate to post it. Like I said, obviously not every character will have them, and if we included gang scenarios and team combos with feats, then the list would be endless. Feats ignore damage reduction, or at least to a degree, so you can really go overboard, but let's just stick to the 1v1 scenarios for now. We're starting with the well-known and easy ones, a feat confirming a follow-up attack. Orochi is the prime example here. Kunai confirms either a zone attack or a top light. Both these attacks are 466 MS, which is exactly the threshold to be confirmed. Both of these moves have been slowed down to 500 MS on the TG changes we were able to play a few months ago, and on there, they were no longer confirmed. As Kunai is a pretty fast feat and almost impossible to dodge on the reaction for most players, this is a reliable way for Orochi to guarantee some damage. Kiai in theory doesn't confirm anything, but as the first attack is thrown with your opponent's screen still almost completely white and blurry, you have a pretty good chance to land it. There are two more feats that were designed to confirm further damage. That's Centuria's Pugio and Gladiator's Boleadoras. They pin your opponent for 2 full seconds after hitting. The bolas don't really see much use as Neptune's Wrath is superior in speed as well as damage. Still, you can confirm a heavy for 1, which is what most people do, but the better punish is to go for a skewer. Depending on your distance, either light or backstep light and then go into skewer. Remember that you can also ledge with it, so take advantage of the environment. While we're at it, a skewer throw on an out of stamina opponent or against the wall does confirm Neptune's Wrath, so you can finish a long out of stamina combo with it or just get a higher damage in wall splat. Let's do the other Roman real quick then. Everyone's familiar with the normal cutscene from Pugio. That's how it's used. One thing that used to be possible but no longer is that Pugio and the bolas confirmed catapult. We tried different combinations. We tried catapult first, then Pugio'd, we double dodged, we rolled. The only time the catapult would land is if you use the tier 4 first. Your opponent only dodges, he doesn't roll, which would mean your Pugio lands and pins them in the catapult. It's an absolute waste, you shouldn't pick catapult on send anyways. The other things we tried to desperately make work is to weave Pugio into Centurion's out of stamina throws and parries, but we just failed miserably. Recoveries were either way too long, or single attacks forced us to time in with other methods. I'm sure there's a 1 frame perfect Pugio input that would pin on wake up, but I can't give you any actual tips here. It's like trying to get a Goki hug after a knockdown. Sure, it's possible, but even with practice, people fail it lots of times. But speaking of, Goki does have a few feat combos. The one that's always touted is he gets his bow after a hug, which is simply not true. Even with him having the fastest bow, it's still not fast enough. The only way to confirm the 50 damage is off a demon ball near a wall. If you're too far away, the projectile travel speed will make it dodgeable. The other combos of Feats are with his tier 4 staggering blow. Your heavies knock people down. This includes the zone. Of each knockdown, you can get a fully charged combo heavy. But going back to bows of wall splat, this is a thing for every hero with a 50 damage projectile. I've already shown you Gladiator with his skewer, but all others get it as well. It is especially finicky on Nobushi as she has the slowest bow, but a max range throw into wall splat still guarantees it. We tried a lot of different scenarios to confirm other projectiles, but sadly all the moves that put your opponent in some form of knockdown leave you with way too much recovery to use the feat in time. But moving on, the Night Bombs, all of them. Fiat Lux, Pugno Mortis and Ignis Imber confirm Lawbringer's Impale. These bombs stagger and it takes 600 ms for your guard to come back up. This allows for ample time to get the Impale in. That combo should actually be pretty applicable in your normal gameplay. Every Lawbringer is at least running the tier 4 bombs, and when throwing them with a little more attention to how you can combo into Impale, it can make for some nasty ganks. Another option to incorporate your bombs is in out of stamina punishes. You do heavy into bomb and then GB. Most people will try and dodge or roll away from the bomb so you can catch their recovery with your guard break. Granted, you will damage yourself with this, but as you can see with the damage, the Lawbringer did 91 damage with it. Lawbringer's punishes are obscene and you probably don't need to do this, but eventually the bug will be fixed and the punishes will come down to normal levels. Next two probably are the most jaw-dropping ones. The Jormungandr one I have included in my regular max punish video already. Since then I haven't seen it happen, mostly as a tier 3 hammer isn't really the best in slot. But here's the punish. Perfect distance to a wall with a corner. You throw the tier 3 which wall splats your opponent. Whiffed light into unblockable heavy which knocks the opponent into the corner. Then light into bash into hammer slam. Positioning is key here, but feel free to send me clips if you ever manage to get it in an actual game. The next one is Junhu's Jilin Ruse, the tier 2 trap. It works different than the other bombs as the explosion won't stagger, aka take your guard away. But we do know that you can deflect your own traps. So, should you ever get an out of stamina throw or parry near a ledge, then you can do the following. Credit here goes to Lude who sent me a video of him doing this, just without the ledge. I think it's hilarious to be honest. Hitukiri can confirm her tier 4 on any out of stamina knockdown, be that throw or parry. Now just for completion's sake, I guess I should mention Bear Trap, which confirms basically everything. Whatever you want to do to the person, just be gentle. And the last thing I want to mention is Berserker's Axe. It has among the fastest activation time, and because of how Zerker feints pretty often, it is one of the few feats you can actually incorporate as an additional attack. And that's it. When we tested I was hoping for way more and better combos, but sadly feats aren't confirmed all that often in strict 1v1s. Once you have teammates around you can obviously confirm a ton more of them. But yeah, let me know if you know of any additional ones. I hope the video was helpful. Thanks for watching. Laters everybody.